Yeah. So let's finish the dependent field, and then
Okay.
I will show you how to control other fields also. Yeah. So now, if you want to control, like if I select India, it has to display only India states. At the moment, it's showing like all the states, right? Yep.
Yeah.
So how do we do that? It's a very simple. So go back to the object, fields. There is a dependent. You can create a dependent field over here. So the controlling field always act as checkbox pick list. So here country. The dependent field will act as either single pick list or multi pick list. So controlling field only we can use either checkbox pick list. Dependent field we can use single pick list, multi pick list. So based on the combination, pick list to pick list you can control, pick list to multi pick list we can control. I put on Excel sheet. Let me share that. So on the data type Excel sheet, there is a dependent pick list. So controlling field, dependent field. So on controlling field, we can use a single pick list. Dependent field, so yeah, single pick list and checkbox. Dependent field, single pick list, multi pick list. The combination is 4. Single pick list to single pick list we can control. Basically, country and state. Single pick list to multi pick list. Country and language is known. Checkbox to single pick list. We don't have an example actually, but again, if you have active checkbox, then you can enable country. We can do that. Checkbox to single pick list, checkbox to multi pick list. So these are all the 4 combinations we can build. But now let's go for a single pick list to single pick list. So controlling field also single pick list, dependent field also single pick list, which is state. Now if the user select India, I need to display include only India states. If user select US, display only US states. If user select UK, display only UK states. Canada, display only Canada states. Same. Or even you can put like all, if they select Canada, put all the states, like up to us. So we can decide that. Okay. Now I just completed the dependence and let me show you that. One second. So it's taking like a bit more time. Yeah. See here. Now user cannot select this value until to pick the country. But we cannot hide the field completely. If you want to hide it, we cannot. That is the different. You either you can go for a development, or either you can go for a flow, or either you can, again I will put that in the documents. So custom development, which development flow. During the flow I can show you how to do that, how we can achieve that, or dynamic form, dynamic pages. This one I will show you now. Okay. So now if I select India, you can see only India. If I select US, you can see only US related states. Yeah. Same way, based on the states, you can control other pick list or other multi pick list. So now let's say if I want to control languages also, based on the country, I am going to control the language. So country and the language, I am going to control it. For US, I will go to the English, UK English, Canada, I will go for Tamil English. Let's see. Yeah. Where is the languages now? Over here. Okay. Now I'm going to refresh it one more time. So yeah. Still like it's not displaying. Give us some second. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming. Now if I select like India, you can see all the pick list. Now if select Canada, one minute. So still the cookies issue. So yeah, just I'm validating. Okay, so now if I select US, I can see here, but still like the dependent is not coming. It will display only English actually. So let me show you that. The browser is killing me actually. Here, at the moment, there is no language is known because we didn't select it. Now, if I select US, I can see state, and here I can see only English because this is also controlled by country, depends on the country. This is also depends on the country. Now, if I select India, you can see all. If I select Canada, only 2. Yeah. Now see, yeah, now it's coming. Now you see, it's completely blank. Again, you want to completely hide this field. As I mentioned, you have to go for a custom, or you have to go for a flow, or you have to go for dynamic pages. So let me show you on the dynamic pages how we can control that. Edit page. Okay, what I will do, I will add one more sections here. I'll say dynamic form. In this, I will put a sections. Okay, 1 columns or 2 columns. In this section also, you what you want, 1 column, 2 columns. So I will say country. Sorry, where is the field? Okay, and what are the columns you want, you can put it. So whenever if you put it, you will see required read only, like each field can be controlled here, and also there is a filter conditions. So you can go for email field is not equal to null, then display, otherwise don't display. Email field not equal to null. Now if I put a email, save. It's still like it's not showing up. It take like a bit more time. So I will just edit again. It's showing like here the conditions. Record email not equal to null. Okay. Then only it's visible. We'll go for like an additional one more section, otherwise 1 second. So I'll put a different sections. Address info. Here I will put address, city, country, states. Here I will remove this entire sections, set component visibility. address, where is the email field, is equal to test@test.com. Let's go with this. Let's say I'm putting like this entire sections. Okay, based on this email field, this sections is visible or not visible. I just say activate, assign. I will go back to the cookies anyway. Yeah, now it's not visible. If I put a different email, still it's not visible. It has to come. Yeah, see, now it's visible. On the edit mode, you come now. So test.test.com. You can see like all the information, additional informations. But again, within the flow, you will get a nice informations based on your selections. Just I build a one sample one. Let me show you that. For one of our client, we implemented like the sample flow. So apply for export. Apply now. See, this is the flow. So here, like this is I build based on the flow. Now based on your selections, the field information will be changed accordingly. So if it's a student, bottom like you will get some additional informations. University email. If I say non-student, there is no university emails. Only personal email. You will see if I select a student, you will have you can see university emails. If I select a non-student, that university email is gone. So like that we can control it via flow, or you can go for like a customizations. Once if you build the flow, you can put the flow over here. Let me show you that as well. But again, the flow sections we will go for it. Like whenever if we discuss the automations, during the automation, I will explain the flows. So once if we build the flow, we will have a flow component over here, like over here. So what you can do, you can put like a flow, maybe like a somewhere here or anywhere. Here you ought to, at the moment, like a create a case flow is there. Like there are additional flows. Okay, let's say create case flows. So we have to create a flow with this object. How do we want, like how we are going to capture it, and then put the flow in the component. So at the moment I added one sample flow over here. Now let's see. See here, this is a flow page now, the flow screens. In flow, we can do plenty of things. That is the one nice things like a Salesforce come up with it. See, so based on the login user information, it's fetch automatically. Allow this is somewhere like can you, so let's say like a testing last name, your email, phone number, and the case type. You can go and create. Nice, right? So you can build like this also using the flow, step by step. And that page you can put like in the detail sections, you can put it. Once the case is created, you can see the case detail. Once the customer is created, you can see the customer details. But again, we will do the same thing in the flow. So during our flow, we will try to capture the customer information step by step. I will try to build it and then I will show you that. Okay, so we can again add a flows. This entire page can be customizable as an administrator. You can just restructure it completely like how do you want. So that is the benefit of having the Lightning experience. But the same structure cannot be done on the Classic. Classic, like yeah, it's maximum you have to rely on the depend on the developers. But in Lightning experience, yes, administrator can do lot many things. I can say like a 70% of work admin can do it. Most of the stuff. Okay, so any questions?
No, Sampath.
Okay, so let's move on to the, now we know dependent fields, we have done it. Now let's quickly go through the validation rule. Okay, first of all, again, why we need a validation rule? So we'll stop like up to validation rule and maybe a little bit functions, and remaining next week we'll proceed. Yeah, so validation rule means what? Basically, in order to manage the quality data. So if you want to capture the quality data, user trying to enter wrong informations, you have to control that, right? How do we control the wrong informations? User enter like a test@test.com. If they enter like that, you have to throw an error message. And also the customer date of birth. The customer date of birth cannot be less than like less than 20. Their age is not less than 20 or less than 15. You can put like some kind of restrictions. So while entering the inform or mobile number, the mobile format should be the specific format. Without address, they cannot save it. You can go for it, right? So there are a lot of things can be controlled via validation rule. Let's see one sample. If the email contains test@test.com, throw an error message. Or the age, customer age is less than 20, throw an error message. Yeah, so or less than 15, let's go for 15. So the date of birth is the customer date of birth is greater than 15, not less than 50. Okay, if it's a greater than 50, accept it. Less than 50, throw an error message. Not 55, 15, 15. Okay, so to create a validation rule, again go here. So create a new validation rule. Customer age validation rule. If customer age less than 20 or less than 15. See here, this is the error message. This error message will appear. This message will appear when error condition formula is true. This condition formula is true, then this error message will appear. So if age less than 15 or less than or equal to 15, throw an error message. Customer age greater than or equal to 15. You want to display the error message on top of the page or on a specific field. I want to display error message on the specific field, which is date of birth. Save. Now, if I edit this customer and if I try to save, oh my goodness, where is like my other page? Because that is the detail page is coming. So what I will do, I will just edit this page. Because detail page here also I used detail page. That's why like it's coming dynamic form is displaying, not displaying this detail. So I will go on to remove this. Okay, save. Activate it. Go back. Okay, edit. So now if I enter a date of birth, so today date. See here. So it has to be greater than or. So if I put like 1980, it's accepted. So like that, you can qualify your data. So basically in Salesforce data, that can be qualified using the validation rule. Or the other thing is via validation rule, let's say, what else we can control? So as I mentioned, like how do we validate? Email field, if email field contain test@test.com, throw an error message. So how do we validate that? Hello? So for that, again, you can go for a new validation rule. Okay. So we have a contain functions. We'll go through all the functions. Yeah, but there is a contain functions. You can use the contain functions. Contains text, comparable text. If this contain is right. If email contains test.test.com, check syntax. Okay, get removed. Customer age, customer age is greater than or equal to okay, not on top of the page. Sorry, not customer age, customer email, right? Customer email cannot be test.test.com. And the error message where you want to display on a specific field, right? So on the email field, or let's say on the top of the page, how it's look like. Edit. See here, it will come like on top of the page, it will appear like this. Customer email cannot be test.test.coms. So if I put at least one, it will accept. Still it's because it's contained like a keyword. So yeah. So like that, you can validate your input using the validation rule. So what else? Any question on the validation rule? What else we can do? There are plenty. So you guys come up with like a multiple options. So what else? What do you guys think? Like what else we can do it? Hello?
For number fields as well, like many other fields, yeah.
Yeah. So again, the validation can be done with any of the fields. If the company want to capture the quality data from the end users, yes, they can go for like mandatory options or validation rules. Yeah. So they can go for it. Okay. So I think like that's all for the validation rule. Now let's move on to the
one second,
yeah.
Sampath.
Yeah.
Since the validation rule doesn't pass, we will not be able to save. Is there anything like warning messages saying like you are entering this value? Is it okay to proceed to anything?
Yes, we do have that. What they can do, that is called a duplicate management. So like if we can go for a duplicate management, here you can create a duplicate rule for employee, the customers. You want to enforce the sharing rule or bypass the sharing rule. Enforce the sharing rule means it will restrict the sharing options, whether you have access to the record or not. Bypass means even if you don't have access to the record, it will go and validate within the customer table, because assume in customer table we have like a in customer table we have like 100 like let's say 200 records, and we have like a 5 end users. So sales department, service department, maybe each end user the access level is different, right? Maybe like one end user access to 50 customers, other end user access to 100 customers, other end user access to 10 customer. Now if I use enforce sharing rule, means whenever end user 1 trying to save some record, it will go and validate against to this 50 record only. If the end user 2 trying to save some information, it will go and validate against to this 100 record only. But if I bypass the validation rule, means whenever like any users can go and enter the information, again irrespective of the sharing rule, it will go and validate 200 records. Against to the 200 records, it will go and validate. That is called bypass the sharing rules. So it won't consider the sharing rules. Without your access levels, it will go. Like it will take basically user access, system mode, user mode, system mode. So you enforce sharing rule means based on the user level access, it will go and validate. Bypass sharing means it won't consider the sharing options. It's a system mode. So it will go and check entire customer table and check. And on creation, on edit, you want to allow them to save or you want to block. Allow means basically it will give alert, but they can save it. So alert text, what do you want to use? One of these text, because there will be a duplicate. You can use any one of these text. This is the text. And you can create a matching rule. So create a new matching rules. So if customer name, exact matching, email, exact matchings. If customer name and email is matches, and also I will go ahead with the postal code. Okay, one of the additional field, the postal code. If these 3 fields are matches, I'm saying like it's a duplicate. It will give a warning. Basically it won't block the users, but it will give a warning. I will activate it. And duplicate rule also we have to activate. So I will go to the duplicate rule. So matching rule, I have activated it, and I am activating the duplicate rule now. Done. Now I will go and clone this record, or yeah, at the moment I can save it. It won't give anything. So now if I go for new, if I say Sambat Salesforce, same record, still like I won't get it because the postal code may be different. Other postal code is different. In this address, postal code is different, and email field is different. Now let me go and save the other record. So let's say this one. Edit. Sambat Salesforce. Postal code is same. Edit. Email sambatsalesforce@gmail.com. Postal code CR05NU. Okay. Name is same. Edit. CR05NU. Okay. Okay, 1 minute. Still it's not giving the warning message. I'm going to just enable it. Okay. Action on edit. Well, creation only it will give you, not edit. So I'm going to enable it. I'm sorry. So I didn't check the checkbox. I enabled now. So now if I go and edit it, still it's not coming. Yeah, maybe like system. No. Okay, it takes like sometimes, but you will get like a message. So even if I go for even we do have one component which is like a duplicate component. So small component we can add into the page layouts. See here, we found no potential duplicate. So this component we can add into the page layouts. So once if you add this component into the page layout, you can see the duplicate alerts, basically the warning message. Still they can save it, but you will get a warning message. So this one will take like a little bit time, but again, yeah, let's wait for it. Still it's not, yeah, okay. Anyway, And yeah, the warning message will appear over here, like while saving the record, the warning message it show up. I think my previous session I showed them. Yeah, anyway, other session, other class. It take like some more time to appear, but let it be. Again, if you don't want to save them, let's say like if I block it, the blocking I think will give you immediately. So the condition is exact name, customer email, customer zip or postal code, exact matches. Okay. So let me go and save now. No, maybe like something is wrong in this. I'll go ahead with just Sambat and the other record. I'll go ahead with it. Yeah, it's taking like some time to now only like I'm getting the warning actually, but yeah, so you will get like this before saving it. Still like you can go and yeah, now it's not allowing, now it's giving like the warning you cannot save this record because duplicate rule is preventing. So previously you saw that one warning, right? That warning will appear. So I will go and just enable that. Allow, just give a alert and report. Yeah. So if I save now, see, it will give a warning, but still you can save it. Okay. If you want to block that, yes, definitely you can go and block it. Okay, so that is another one more mechanism to prevent the duplicate entries by the end users. So using validation rule, you can prevent it. Using like a duplicate rule mechanism, you can prevent it. There are other options, yes. So we can go for like I think like during the data quality sessions, I will give you like additional options. What else is there? And even Salesforce also giving like another one more tool called data.com. So using the data.com, you can maintain the good quality of the data. So which we'll discuss like on the data.com topic. Okay, so on the page layout, on validation rule and dependent rule, like a dependent fields. Any question on these three fields? These three topics?
No questions at this time, Sampath. If you can share the video, then we could practice.
Yeah,
and
I
then
will
come up with
upload this
questions
video
next week.
maybe Monday maximum. Yeah, I will try to upload it maximum by today, and yeah, I will share the video in the WhatsApp channel itself. Okay, so yeah, let me.
This video as well.
Sorry.
Would you mind sharing the yesterday's session as well?
Yeah. Still, I didn't name it actually, so I will share that like all together.
Okay.
So I'll put that. No worries. Let me check like if there are any other topic quickly. I can go through it. Okay. I will give you just a high level on the functions. Then we can go through the in-depth like a later one by one during the session itself. We can go through it. Again, as I mentioned this one, if you know the Excel sheet functions, the same functions. So for date and time functions, we have this much. So in order to add numbers to your date, you can use the add function, add months, to get the date from the text format. You have to pass the three parameters. Yeah. Again, you have to be practically come up with your own example. Then only like you will be familiar. If I am explaining orally, I don't think so. Like yeah, you will grab it quickly until like if you are familiar with these functions. Otherwise, like definitely you cannot be. I will like give you like a one example for all. So I put it over here one examples. But again, I will show it to you. For this, like I need a couple of additional objects also. So I think like yeah, once we finish the users and other stuff topic, then we will come back to this like the functions. So today we used contains function, right? This one. So where is the contains? Yeah. So similar way during the session itself, like I will try to cover it like most of the functions. Contains means yeah, comparing two argument, basically like this is the field and this is your comparison text. If it matches, it will throw. Otherwise, yeah. Okay, so let me look at the task exercise. You guys get a 1 week time, right? So I will give you some more exercise. Give me a 1 more minute. So reference sheets. Okay. So for today, what I will do? Okay, we will go through the trialed module also today. And yeah, so day 1 trialed module, you can go through it. Day 1 trialed modules. So you know where to go the trialed module, right? I will put a link over here. So in this blog, in my blog, if I look at in the bottom, additional resources. So day 1 trialed. So this is the trialed module. So I will put that link over here. Okay, yesterday I created like everybody names. So you can update that. Okay, so now I will show you like how to create our link. I will just put like create our link trialed module, trialed account. Okay, first of all, you need to know what is trialed, right? So I put like the first module, the basics trialed. So what is meant by trialed? So this module will give you like a complete overview of what is meant by trialed and why we are using the trialed module and all the stuff. Okay, just go through it. Now I will show you like how you will link this module. Once if we complete this module, you will get 100 points. Again, this is pointing systems. So whenever if you complete any module, you will get a points. So for this module, like this one module, you will get like a 300 points basically. So for day 1,
And when do you get badges?
once if we complete some specific module, like yeah, I will show you like the badges also. See here, for there are 4,400 points for day 1. Now the badges will be trial, not trial mix, super badges.
Mhm.
So for super batch, it's a live scenarios in a company, how you will get a requirement. The same requirement, you will get it over here also. So if I show you one of the super batch, business administration specialist.
Mhm.
So to go for this batch, first of all, you have to complete all these modules. These are the prerequisites to open this super batch.
Okay.
So you have to finish this, you have to finish this, then only you can go for it. Okay. So to finish this itself, like again, within this many topic, they are saying 1 hour, but for you, like definitely it will take more time. So yeah, once the meeting is disconnected, again, please rejoin it. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I will just finish today like the trial module.